Hello, hello. This is Tamara Hergert, and I have such a great joy to have Leigh Witherell with me again today. She came to our podcast in end of April last year, 2025, and we just had such a blast during our conversation. And her journey is so amazing because you started about 4 years ago, right?
About 4 years ago, yeah.
Yeah. And from that point, your art career, it went into stratosphere, I think. And it's like every year it just keeps going up and up and up. And it's you don't have any kind of like benefactors that like you don't have somebody like pulling you from the top, like, dragging you up into like auctions or like galleries. You don't have any like pre-existing connections, right?
No, not at all.
And that is so valuable from the standpoint that you're basically switch careers. You started doing full-time art 4 years ago, and now you are somewhere where it takes some people like 20 years to get to this point. And I think it's due to just amazing clarity on what you want to create, being very authentic with your art, and just having excellent art skills. That helps. And you're being very diligent with and purposeful with your career. You're just going through all of the steps that you need to take, and you take them because you feel like this is what I need to do, even though you're like, you're just like everybody else, every other artist that, or most of us. We just like a very private people. We just kind of want to just create art and kind of stay in our world and not get out there as much. And it would be great if somebody else did it all for us,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
it's
we
just
would.
not the case. And it wouldn't be truly authentic to us. Like that representation would not be fully aligned with us. And so I'm gonna just do a quick call out to other artists about your website. I think they should go and check it out. It's Lee's, Lee's.art.com.
Except there's no .com after it. It's just lees.art. So no .com.
Lee's.art. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. I was like looking at the website address. I'm like, this is a weird address. Okay, so Lee's dot art. So no dot com. And then the Instagram handle is Lee's Art FL. Okay. So it is classic nudes. So it is very balanced in like, to me, it is very visually appealing, but full disclosure, there's going to be some boob action there. So just be aware of that. And so Leigh, I'm going to hand you the microphone. I'm just so thrilled to have you. A question for you on Instagram. So Instagram has two really good features that I think you could probably take advantage of. I don't know if you already taking advantage of them. So one is basically creating your own channel on Instagram if you have over 5,000 followers, I think. So basically, it's in messages, like in that messages where you go there and there's a feature that says create your own channel. Basically, is a feature that like you can say, I have just created this. Check it out. I'm giving you a preview of this new piece. And basically, it will just send that message to all of your followers into their DMs. And what that does, what benefit you get from that is it shifts the algorithm into your favor. So all of your followers get notified, and basically now Meta on their backend knows that you and those people are talking and connecting more,
Okay. Yeah.
and they will prioritize your posts next into their feeds. So your
Okay.
existing followers, sometimes like you have those followers, but they just don't see your stuff because
Right.
Meta thinks that your connection is stale, right? So, and with those channel postings, you need to be like very intentional about what you post and kind of be very thoughtful because you're basically DMing people, real people, right?
Yeah.
And so, like, what you send to them, it needs to be valuable to them.
Right.
Like,
It can't
if you
just be
provide
spam. Yeah.
correct, it will be well received, and people will look at it and say, "Okay, yeah, good, yeah, I kind of like that." If you want to give a sneak peek, like a video of your gallery walkthrough, or just like a quick video of your behind the scenes progress of what you do. Or you haven't posted that painting yet on your um,
Yeah.
on your account, on your profile yet. So it's basically just a little insight of what other people don't get to see. So
That's interesting. I was
yeah,
actually
so
asking my husband, I was like, "How do people do all these DMs to just, like, everybody on the list?" I was gonna Google that later,
yes,
but you just answered the
yeah,
question.
yeah. So basically, just go into your DMs, like that message in Instagram, and there's like for you, you will see an option, create my channel.
Okay.
And then you just like add all of your followers to your channel. And then you just be very thoughtful about what you post there. So don't post very often. I would just do it once a month is more than enough.
Okay.
Even less than that is more than enough. Basically, just letting the Instagram know that hey, we're still connected. We're still talking. These people are still looking at my messages and they're well receiving it and they're clicking on those links and messages or like looking at those photos. And yeah, so that's that. And then there is another feature that I don't know if you're using. It's called Meta Verified.
Oh, yeah.
Have you
Yeah.
have
I've
you
I've
used that?
seen it. There's 2 ways you can get verified. There
Yeah.
is buying it every month, right? And you have those 3
Yeah.
different levels. I have a moral objection, absolutely moral objection. But there's a freebie. You can do it a free way, but they're not gonna let you verify very easily at all. I've tried 3 times now to get verified the free way, and they keep telling me that I haven't got enough press or I haven't got enough exposure, and I'm like, "Have you
Uh-huh.
lost your mind?" They really want you to do it the paid way. They want you to pay for it. But I'm gonna keep doing it the freebie. I mean, it doesn't hurt me at all to keep doing it the free way, and if they just keep
Mhm.
accepting, all right, I'll do it again.
Yeah.
Later on, it doesn't
Yeah.
hurt at all. But yeah, you just there's a free way you can do it, and you have to Google it. You have to look it up to
Yeah.
do it every single time. But yeah, I'm trying to get that verified check on there because that is a good way for people to really it's I guess it's a trust thing on your channel, but I don't wanna buy
Yeah.
that trust from Meta. I just
Yeah.
don't wanna
So
do it. Ugh.
for people who don't know, I think it's a way for Meta to get like advertisement
Yeah.
money.
Yeah.
So it's basically your posts will be prioritized and pushed to a wider audience. So it's a similar like if you're posting on Instagram a lot or consistently and you have good quality posts and you have good following, like I don't know what constitutes good following. I think like 1,000 or more
Yeah.
probably
Yeah.
is good. But basically, it just instead of boosting your posts or creating ad campaigns for different posts, it just like a continuous push of your any posts that you make or reels or stories to your followers and also to a wider audience. Either pros and cons to advertising. So it has to be your personal choice, and you have to consider your like own budget, and, like on whether to do it or not. But basically, that's that's that. So yeah, I'm glad you gave us all.
Yeah, I'm actually going to check
Yeah.
out that channel thing 'cause I did not know about that. That's a new one on me. So I'm like, "Okay, let me check that one out and see how that works."
Yes. That's just yeah. It's one of those things that most people don't know about. So any of you listening have over 5,000 people who are
Yeah,
following you, go ahead and create a channel and be very thoughtful about what you post.
that's a very good
Yeah,
tip. Yeah, that's very helpful.
yeah,
So yeah.
yeah, yeah. And in terms of Instagram in general, I think one of the best strategies I have seen thus far is to collect emails of interested buyers,
Yeah.
online buyers, through your Instagram bio link.
Yeah.
So instead of it going to your just general homepage where you can see more of your art, I've seen one artist who just has like it's basically a landing page that doesn't get you anywhere else on his website. It just a page that just has the sign up form.
Yeah.
It is so straightforward. It's kind of like,
And then you've seen
oh,
some of them where you have to fill out the sign up form to get to the website to see the images, and I thought, "Well, that's clever."
yes,
That's a
yeah.
little clever.
Yeah. So if it were me, I would probably just have the sign up form, but at the very bottom, I would still like, yeah, okay, I can go see more of my art. And that would be like a bypass for a lot of
Yeah.
people because
Yeah.
I'm just not that bold. But he was just like, if you're interested, sign up.
You
and
gotta sign
then
up
you
to
can
see
see.
it. There you go. You gotta sign up to see it. I could totally
Yeah,
pull it off. You gotta sign up to see the real image, to see the uncensored
yeah,
image. You gotta do that.
correct,
So,
correct. Yes, I think
who knows?
yeah, and so I think for you that would be a very good strategy.
Yeah.
Like just like to get that Instagram traffic into your mailing list that you can then just remind of yourself. You don't have to massage them all the time.
Yeah, because nobody's got that kind of time.
Yeah.
That kind of time.
I don't want to massage anybody and they don't want to be massaged. They yes. But we do need to kind of connect with them in that way so that, they know who I am. I know who they are. If they want to get something from me or ask me to create something for them, they know I'm here.
Yeah.
So we
That's the other
do
thing is
need,
getting that out there that you do commission work as
yeah,
well. For me, it's
yeah,
really difficult because, like I said, people don't understand how I do what I do, and I don't
yeah,
paint portraits. It's
yeah,
not going to look like you. It might resemble
yeah,
you, but it's not
yeah,
going to look like you at the end of the
yeah,
day. But it's gonna be your character. It's gonna be your story, and that's what I
yeah,
have to get across to people, is that I paint
yes,
stories. I don't paint people. I paint stories.
yes, yeah,
It
yeah,
sounds so
and
vague. I paint stories. I know
they're
people are
like,
like, "Like an illustrator?" No, no, not like that.
so I'm gonna pay you this much money to make a portrait. That's not gonna look alike, but
Exactly.
it will feel like the story that I've told
Exactly.
you and you're conveying.
Exactly,
Okay.
and you're gonna spend
Yes.
all the rest of your life explaining the story to everybody who sees that painting.
Yes.
So, yes,
Exactly. Yeah,
um,
and
let's do this.
I was reading one of the reviews about your paintings or like testimonials. And there's that gentleman who bought one of the nudes, the one where uh, the lady and man they're embracing each other and they're standing in front of this Mediterranean
Yeah,
landscape, and you can
yeah,
see her like full figure and like her
yeah,
behind.
yeah, the lover's kiss. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, and he said that it's the most talked about painting in his house when somebody comes over and like
It's big. Yeah,
I'm sure they'll ask him like, "Is that you?" And he's like, "No, it's not me, but I just like the conversation like that
yeah,
is happening
yeah.
in this piece."
That piece was actually, inspired by an old master's piece. It's called The
Yeah.
Kiss, and which is a very
Yeah.
different piece than that one, but that's really what inspired that piece, and it was showing at Nude Night in Orlando, and that's how the
Yeah.
piece was bought, was,
Yeah.
through there. That's how I found that collector, and it's still on my mailing list, hasn't bought anything else yet, but they look all the time, so,
Yeah.
I feel like it's gonna happen. There's gonna be a piece they're gonna be like, "Oh, can't live without that one." So,
Yeah.
it's gonna be there.
Yeah. And like there are some people who I feel like they come back over and over again,
They
and
do.
some people who never come back, and that is fine too.
It's what you can afford, it's what you wanna put in your house, it's
Yeah.
what you prioritize that you buy,
Yeah.
and, we always want the loyal collectors, obviously,
Yeah.
who, their house is populated with our art, but I think I want, like, the wider reach too. I mean,
Yes.
the one-time buyers, that's great too, my art is
Yeah.
still in their home, and that's the biggest thing, is for your art to find its right home to
Yeah.
be in, and
Exactly.
that
Some people move around a lot and they just keep buying bigger houses and they have more walls. Some people don't move around. They just live in the same house and they have like these are the walls that they have.
Yeah, yeah. And that's what we're dealing with too, and plus, like, with my art too, it's a very specific subject matter. You're gonna have
Hmm.
that nudity, you're gonna have that
Yeah.
intimacy. It's not art that people can just pass by and go, "Oh, what a pretty picture." I want it to make you think and to
Yeah.
make you actually stop and consider what's going on.
Yeah.
So, our son and daughter-in-law came to Philadelphia for Christmas this year, and it's the first time he had been in our house in a while, and when he walks in, he goes, "Mom, there's so much nudity in here." And I'm like, "Well, I gotta store it somewhere, son, and you just gotta hang somewhere before it goes places." He goes, "Okay." He said, "It's just, just when you open your front door, it's just all right there." And I'm like, "I know." He's 35. I'm like, "You're
Yeah.
35 years old. You know how this works." But it was really kind of funny, his reaction. Like, "Wow, okay, mom." It could be worse. They could all be self-portraits. That would be
Yeah.
really, I think,
Yeah.
traumatizing for him.
Yeah.
Be like,
No,
you walk in your mom's house and it's just your mom everywhere.
I know. You would probably have to like invest in a therapist.
Oh, yeah,
For
and the funny thing is, he is a counselor. He'd have to find a
yeah.
counselor to counsel him on that one, but he is a counselor. But it is fun to and I do love to hear people
Yeah.
who have reactions and things like that, and you can just hear it from all kinds of different ones, but your viewers were really, really nice, and they spent a lot of time looking at my website and things like that
Yeah.
and asked some really thoughtful questions, and I
Yeah.
really did appreciate that. I thought they were really nice, and, it was just so it was a kick for me to be like, "Oh my god, you heard that interview, cool."
Yeah.
It was a
Yeah.
kick.
It was, all three parts of that interview, they were just amazing. And I'm just so thankful to you for sharing
Yeah.
everything you've shared in those episodes. It was about Instagram, it was about art shows and exhibits and gallery representation. And this episode, I'll probably also break up into pieces. And there's just so much for us to talk about. And I would love to continue this conversation for like another, like, let's say 4 hours. Yeah.
Well,
But
it's all the things that people don't talk about in the art
yeah,
world, and I think it's the things we should talk about because
yeah,
why all the secrecy? There just shouldn't
yeah,
be secrecy around this, you know?
exactly.
We all need to pay our bills, we all wanna get our art out there into the world, and we all wanna have conversations.
Yeah,
It's pretty simple, so
yeah,
stop hiding things, just tell people how you're doing it, and then if it works
yes,
for them, it does, and if they have tweaks, by all means, send me the tips, I'm all open.
yes,
It's hard to
exactly.
find everything, I'm open.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming and sharing with us so generously. Again, it's lovely to speak with you each time, and
Yeah.
I'm just super thankful to you. So
Well, thank you very much. I have to say
yeah,
these have been my favorite interviews, to be honest with you. I love yours.
thank
And I
you,
listen to your podcast too, by the way.
thank you, thank you. Sometimes I feel like, oh, I suck so bad.
It sometimes feel like you're talking into a void or something. You're like, is anybody even hearing me? Yeah, no, we do.
Yeah, like my goal is to suck a little bit less each time with like every blog post, every podcast episode, and everything I do here. Really, I feel like I'm doing this with just like a general purpose of improving the industry, lifting people up, and like telling things to people that they will not find out anywhere else.
Yeah.
You know,
And I think
and
that's what we need. We need stuff
yeah,
like that, honestly. There's too many people telling us, why are you doing this? It never works, blah, blah, blah.
yeah,
We need the people saying, yeah, it can work. It can work. Keep going,
exactly.
believe
Yes,
in yourself. So, and it
yeah,
really can.
yeah.
So hard to
All
do.
right. All right. Well, thank you so much. You guys check out Leigh's website.
Okay.
It's going to be here in the YouTube video and podcast video as well. I will put it in the description and also in our community. And so it's just really helpful. And I'll also post all the mentions of all the websites so you guys can go and check it all out. And so thanks again.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you
thank
very
you.
much.
Yeah,
Talk to you soon.
thank you. Bye.
Bye.